This is the Watchman coming at you from the Truth HQ, giving the Clarion Call to our band of warriors. So, brothers, here we are, roughly 10 days after the COMEX hitmen came and riddled the silver price with bullets and pushed it down a mine shaft to make it ludicrously kiss a mere $15 per troy ounce. That's a full 70% lower than its 2011 high. Now, I say ludicrously because it's only served to cause the already dwindling puddle of retail silver supplies to become drier than the Mojave Desert. In the middle of all this carnage is the U.S. Mint, which has finally revealed that much anticipated date on which they will resume selling Silver Eagles, November 17th. So after suspending Silver Eagle sales for 12 days, after having nearly 2 weeks to work around the clock to acquire silver blanks and churn out their product, how many ounces do they have? How many pawns do they have to offer us to sacrifice on the front lines to our ranks of professional stacking warriors? Take a guess. 3 million ounces? 2 million? No. An insulting, pathetic 1 million ounces. Those 1 million coins probably won't last the week. And brothers, they may not last the day. And if you look carefully, there's some very interesting takeaways that we can glean from all of this. Firstly, let's take a look at productive capacity, shall we? What are the bare numbers here? How many Silver Eagles can the U.S. Mint produce in a single day? Well, Ted Butler has said that the U.S. Mint's capability to churn those puppies out is somewhere around 200,000 eagles a day. And even that's pushing it because that assumes they won't have any trouble finding the silver blanks necessary to stamp into coins, okay? 200,000. That's it, brothers. Now let's do some good old-fashioned non-common core mathematical calculations on the back of our napkin here, okay? At a spot price of $15.50, roughly what it is right now on November 13th, plus a $2 mint markup per coin, means that U.S. Mint can hilariously only produce $3.5 million worth of Silver Eagles each and every day. 3.5 million per day. That means that at these prices, one baby boomer worth, say, a mere $10 million could comfortably write a check and secure an entire 24-hour supply of eagles from the world's largest mint. Now, some of you brothers listening may even personally know many folks who are worth that much, or even be someone who's lucky enough to be worth that much, and if you are, good for you. And by the way, the donate button is conveniently located on the left sidebar of the Truth HQ. Just one of these people could clean out the world superpower's largest mint single-handedly. Holy mackerel. No wonder these clowns are out of supplies. These geniuses continue their onslaught on the COMEX futures scene, and our stacking legionaries continue our onslaught on their brittle supply lines. Our purchases are now growing so large that very soon they will probably force the U.S. government to make some uncomfortable choices. One, they could go onto the open market to source adequate silver blanks from even more vendors and drain even more silver from the delicate 1,000-ounce good delivery bar section that the industrial users must have. Or, option number 2, they could ration their product once more, which they're already doing, and thereby admitting a shortage of readily available silver products and the explosive demand causing it that just won't quit. And we won't quit. Or, door number 3, they could ramp up their productive capacity once more at the U.S. Mint and double quick. But watch your flanks, bullion banks. Because remember, in the background of all of this are those poor, abysmal suckers still frantically digging up the irreplaceable silver needed to make your COMEX price suppression scheme even possible. The silver miners. Yes, there are precious few silver miners already in our world because silver's price is so ridiculously low that mining it is a most unprofitable thing and something which only fools would dare try. It is a fool's errand in our world to mine silver. These smackdowns have only served to set the income statements of these poor companies of the entire silver mining spectrum on fire. They are ablaze. We are literally witnessing an entire industry taking what could be its last few breaths above this quicksand if the market riggers don't stop this downtrend and stop it soon. SRS Rocco has reported that in the last financial quarter, 7 out of 12 primary silver miners he surveyed had a break-even point, not a profit point, mind you, a break-even point of roughly $18.50 per ounce, meaning that once silver reaches all the way back up to 18, most of them will mercifully and finally not be any more bleeding internally cash from every mine, from every project, from every pit, everywhere. Several large mines are rumored to be inches away from going down for the count permanently, while others, like Canadian miner IAMGOLD, are now cutting back their executive staff by as much as 40%, just to remain a going concern, just to keep the lights on, just to stay, hopefully, prayerfully in business, just a little longer. Ladies and gentlemen, the mining industry is howling. It is dying. It is literally crying out for mercy. Mercy that very well may not be coming. These poor, poor souls may just be hanging on to die another day. I don't know. And that's up to the banks, isn't it? Mr. Bullion Bank Trader, you can let your foot off the gas, let your miners slaving away for you come up for just one more breath and perhaps continue this scam just a whit longer. Or don't, you know? I don't care either way. Either way, the supply they're bringing us and that you're bringing us is being mowed down by our troops. The silver casualties are piling up. Your reserves, Mr. Bullion Banker, are evaporating, while ours are multiplying like rabbits on Viagra. And believe me when I say, we are thrilled to continue scooping up every granule of treasure you're dumb enough to throw at us. We've got nothing but time. We can continue this for a long, long stretch, but you and your miners, Mr. Bullion Banker, you can't, can you? And trust me when I say, we'll be there with bells on as a cloud of witnesses to behold that glorious day when the walls finally cave in upon you. This is the Watchman, signing off on this week's Clarion Call to the Brotherhood. Stay vigilant and bring the fight to them.